Everybody, welcome back to the show. So it's official that Warner Brothers has officially cast their new Aragorn for this stupid Hunt for Gollum movie. So this is on Instagram. So a little clip, little teaser. I'm guessing it was a Villa CinemaCon. You got the full cast. Pretty tiny cast, honestly. It looks like. I don't know if there's a way to enlarge this, but so we've got Andy Serkis as Gollum / Smeagol, Ian McKellen as Gandalf, Kate Winslet as Marigold. So I think that's a relative Smeagol. Probably going to show for some reason when he got banished from his village after he found the ring. I don't know why we need to see that now, but okay. Jamie Dornan as Strider. That's the only problem I have with this. Is that Strider / Aragorn is an iconic character who is literally tied to the original actor, Viggo Mortensen. For obvious reasons, he can't return because of age and all that, but they're bringing back Ian McKellen with no offense is like in his mid 80s. So I'm like, what is the point of recasting this character? There is a 17-year gap in the Fellowship of the Ring book when Gandalf disappears to look to research the ring to when Frodo leaves for his journey. 17 years. It's not that long time. It's not that long. So this is going to be set between that timeline for some reason. I'm just kind of confused as to why we're doing this in between nonsense. Not unlike Disney Wars with their stupid Darth Maul show. Another pointless prequel doesn't need to exist. This Hunt for Gollum movie it's a disaster waiting to happen. It's not going to do any favors to the franchise. It's going to destroy the franchise because Lord of the Rings might be the best trilogy of all time. And as much as I love Star Wars, I'll put it above the original Star Wars trilogy. Because for me, Return of the Jedi is the weakest of those movies. Mostly being the teddy bears on Return of the Jedi. It just brings it down for me every time. It turns it to a cartoon. And it's just like, I'm kind of glad I wasn't around in the 80s because I would have been so annoyed. I had to wait 3 years for teddy bears to defeat the Empire. But they show this teaser on Instagram, Run for Gollum. It's a tiny cast, but the only problem I have really is Strider. They're bringing back Lee Pace as Thranduil, which is an interesting decision. He was in the Hobbit movies as Legolas's father. But I'm kind of shocked they don't have Orlando Bloom on there either. But I just read an article that said that Sean Astin might return as well for, I'm guessing, Shadows of the Past or whatever that ends up being. There's no way he's going to be in this one. No offense, these actors have aged in the last 20 years, like people usually do. So I honestly don't know what they're trying to accomplish with this. To me, the only reason they would recast someone like Aragorn is if they're planning to make more movies on the side with this new actor, which is possible. If this doesn't bomb at the box office, which I doubt it will, it's going to make money for sure. Just by bringing in Elijah Wood and Ian McKellen, it's going to make money. But I just hope it doesn't go down the road of Rings of Power, because Rings of Power is terrible. Like, I've tried to get into that show, it's so bad. It takes everything Tolkien did and just takes a crap on it. Not unlike Disney Wars with Lucasfilm. They just destroyed that franchise within 10 years, which is pathetic. It's pathetic. And the best they can do now are these stupid prequels with dumb characters that died 3 decades ago. It's ridiculous. I didn't think Lord of the Rings would be in the same category, but it looks like they're about to fall in that same trap of trying to explain too much, telling every freaking story in between, instead of leaving it to the imagination like it used to be back in the day. Lord of the Rings doesn't really have an expanding universe to say, just the appendices, which is basically a bunch of history and text, like the Silmarillion, which I don't think they have the rights to, but like honestly, I'd rather use something original. Like the Middle Earth games, Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War, those are fantastic. I'd rather see those adapted than this stupid whatever this ends up being. This is the Aragorn casting is probably the worst part to me. Like the characters like, oh, you can't recast them. And then they did it. I'm like, I can't believe I actually did it, but this is just as stupid as when they recast Han Solo in that terrible Han Solo movie without Han Solo. Expect me to believe it's the same guy from the 80s. Like, give me a break. There's no way this is not going to fall flat on its face. It's not possible. And just no offense to Andy Serkis, but the guy is 61. There's no way he's going to pull off young Gollum in 2026 or whenever this comes out. It's not going to happen. Some people seem to be excited for this. Oh, this is about to be insane. The cast were so bad. I'm a little shocked with the lead pace casting. I'm like, really? Thranduil? Again, the hunt for Gollum, per se, is like a paragraph in the book. Everyone encounters him, Gollum bit him, and then he got away. Gandalf couldn't find a little piece of crap. Couldn't find him. So I guess we're going to see ring race again because Gollum gets captured by them and tortured for who knows how long. I just can't wait to know every little damn thing now. Instead of leaving it ambiguous, leaving it to the imagination, like shit used to be. Now, in modern Hollywood, you gotta know every little detail. You gotta know what character like Darth Maul ate for breakfast every morning, what he was doing when he was a toddler. I'm like, you serious? So I will never watch this. This is stupid. This is a cash grab. This is desperation. This is another failed attempt at Hollywood trying to be creative and failing miserably. So one thing I liked about the Hobbit movies, at least the Hobbit movies were like 60 years for the Fellowship. That's plenty of room to play around. 17 years ain't that long. Like, no offense, but Ian McKellen, I don't know, the guy can barely stand. I'm like, I hope they shot his scenes already because he ain't gonna have no action sequence, to tell you that. But like, at least with the Hobbit movies, they had some cool additional scenes with Gandalf and the other wizard Radagast when they were looking for the researching the dagger from Dol Guldur. That was pretty cool. So additional stuff like that was cool, but that was from the appendices. The Hunt for Gollum per se is like a paragraph in the book. It's really nothing. It's not worth making a feature film about. If this takes the standard route of Lord of the Rings movies, like being 3 hours, honestly, it's gonna be a waste of time. This could have been tough. This could have been put on TV. Like the Howard movies should have been 2 movies at most, like the Deathly Hallows trilogy was pushing it. The only thing I'm afraid of is that they're gonna make more movies with this young dude playing Aragorn, do more pointless in between stories or explain every little damn detail. I'm going to tell you why this is bad. Because if you're at the bookstore and you look at a book, looking at the back cover, and the back cover tells you everything about the book before you even open it, are you going to buy the book? No. Like Lord of the Rings is fine the way it is. If you know every little detail, it just becomes completely pointless to watch it. Leaves nothing to be desired. Leaves no mystery. It's like say with Lucasfilm, they destroyed Star Wars because they took away all the mystery. They're explaining way too much. And now Lord of the Rings can do the same exact thing. Rings of Power is a pure example of why this will never work. The Second Age was left ambiguous for a reason. It was never meant to be explored. And they took that concept and just destroyed it. Because Rings of Power doesn't have a story. It's just a bunch of random crap going on. There is no story. This Hunt for Gollum is not a story. It's literally a paragraph in the book, maybe more, maybe two paragraphs. Who knows? I haven't read it in a while, but this is going to be a complete waste of time.